Well, he's hot, then he's cold, and sometimes he's neither one thing nor the other. Oh, yes, he does look bilious, and he's completely lost his sunny disposition. Oh, I don't know. Hold on, I'll ask. Are you nauseous, Malcolm?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, what's your stools like?
I forgot to look.
Malcolm, you know that's rule number 1. You forgot to look. OK. All right. Thank you. Bye-bye. Well, your Auntie Maura don't know what it is. Oh, Malcolm, you're a medical mystery. Why won't you let me call the doctor, son?
I don't like bothering him, Mum. There's people worse off than me.
Oh, that's you all over. Always thinking of others. Now, pop your tongue out for me. Oh, that doesn't look quite right. Pop it back in again for now. Are you well enough for Richard and Judy?
I don't think so.
Oh, it's worse than I thought. I wonder if it's not something you ate. What did you have yesterday? Let me see. Boiled egg and toasted soldiers for breakfast, cheese and piccalilli sandwich and a penguin for lunch, then cod balls and mash for your tea with Arctic roll for afters. All healthy fare. Nothing that could upset you there. Did Mr. Perkins give you anything at work?
2 arrowroot biscuits with me tea.
Oh, why he can't stretch to bourbons, I'll never know. He's always been a skinflint, old Geoffrey Perkins. Oh, Malcolm, you always were such a sickly child. I know what your problem is. You've been going out without your balaclava, trying to show off. Oh, you're a magnet to bacteria. Always have been. Have you had any untoward rashes down below?
No.
Well, it's nothing in the G's. I'll try the H's. Have you had any tingling in your fallopian tubes?
Yeah, I think I have, yeah.
Oh, have you? Oh, no, that's just for ladies. In fact, I think I've got that. Oh, no, I've had that out. That's long gone. There's so many illnesses to choose from. Why they bother inventing new ones, I'll never know. Oh, your father's had that. And that. And that. Do you not think your father's had all this chapter? Oh, yes, he's put a little tick at the end.
Is that the book with the picture of the lady?
Malcolm? Oh, I thought you were ill. Oh, there's a case history in here of a man with bulbous scrotumuli who's, swelled up to the size of his own head. See picture over leaf. Oh! Oh, it looks like he's got a football in his lap.
Let me have a look.
No. Oh, pity the poor nurse who has to lance that. What do you think it is?
Is it Malcolm?
Of course it's Malcolm. What do you think his ailment is?
Oh, helmet. I don't know, eh?
Well, it's gallivanting, that's what it is. Trying to compete with Chris Evans. Oh, he idolises that ginger prince. Do you want a cup of tea, Arthur?
Oh, I'd love one. Are you not too good, Malcolm?
No, Mr. Capstick.
No. I'm lucky with my health. Everything in my body is 100% fully functional. Bar me heart.
Oh, here we are. Lovely. Oh, this'll wet your old whistle, Arthur.
Oh, thank you. I'm spitting feathers.
Oh, I've been run ragged this morning, what with my Malcolm's malady. There you go. Lovely.
Grand. Oh, did you hear about Betty Spooner? Passed away Wednesday.
Betty Spooner? Oh, I was only talking to her last week in Carpet World. She was browsing through the lino samples, as alive as you, Arthur.
Found her in the morning, dead, in front of a one-bar fire.
Dead in front of a one-bar fire? Oh, I hope it wasn't Tom wasting away. Poor Betty. She'd only just had a perm and they're not cheap.
No, they're not.
Mind you, it's a lovely way to go, that, with a head full of curls. They won't have much to do at the morgue, that's one blessing. Do you know who found her?
Mrs. Ashcroft from next door. Only called in for catalogue money. Ended up with death on her hands.
Poor woman. Oh, I'd hate to find Betty Spooner dead in front of a one-bar fire.
Ah, well. Happened to us all one day.
Do you like a fig biscuit, Arthur?
A fig biscuit? Oh, I don't know, eh?
Only 76 she was.
Who was?
Betty Spooner.
She's dead, you know.
I know, Arthur, you just said.
Yes, I did. Spot on. Doesn't do to dwell on death, though, does it?
No.
Oh, that reminds me. How's Mr. Merton?
Oh, he's got a lesion under his arm. Says it's chafing him something rotten. I've had to put mittens on him. He won't leave it alone. When you pop up, will you rub a bit of Savlon on it for him? It's on his medicine trolley.
These are lovely biscuits. Where'd you get them?
From the co-op in Chestergate. Do you know something, Arthur? The youth these days, they don't want to know figs unless they're covered in chocolate.
I had a Kit Kat the other day that was the same. So, what's this to do with the old Malcolm? Is he not in work today, then?
No, that's him, there. Oh, let me tell you, Arthur. You know Mr. Perkins from the pet shop?
Yes.
Only ever has arrow roots.
Losing out on the fig front?
Poor Malcolm. I'm worried sick about him, you know. And he won't let me call the doctor. He's got that from me, you know, that selflessness. I'm exactly the same. Always thinking of others.
Right. I'll nip up to see Mr. Merton, then. I brought him 2 ounces of glazier mints.
Oh, yeah, good, Arthur. That'll perk him up a bit. It's only you that bothers, you know.
Ah, well.
Don't forget that Savlon, will you? Do you know I've had to put him nets up in his room? He hates them over the road, pointing at him, laughing.
So, have you got a paper? I'll read him his stars.
Oh, yes. He used to be a Pisces, but I don't think he minds what you read him now. It's all a bit pointless. Oh, tell him about Betty Spooner dying. That'll cheer him up a bit. So, are you popping up then, Arthur?
Where?
To see Mr. Merton.
Oh, right. There's a starman waiting in the sky. He'd like to come and meet us, but he thinks it's blow our mind. There's a starman waiting in the sky. He told us not to blow it, 'cause he knows it's all worthwhile. He told us, let the children boogie, let the children boogie, let all the children boogie.
Right, come on, Malcolm. Let's force some soup down you. It's chicken.
Oh, thanks, Mum.
Chicken. Oh, Malcolm, it's breaking my heart seeing you like this. You've no energy, have you? Come on, I'll help you with it. Here's the plane coming into land. Open the hangar. Good boy. It's nice, isn't it? Past the teeth, round the gums. Look out, Tommy. Here it comes. Oh, Dicky Dribble. Now, got you some mashed bananas for afters. Oh! Now, try and drink a bit of this milk for me, Poppet. All right. Oh, hello, Mr. Manning.
Hello, Mrs. Merton.
Malcolm, it's It's Mr. Malik from the chemist. Thank you for rushing round.
I can't stay long because Judith can't do prescriptions. She can only do over-the-counter medicines.
Oh.
Hello, Malcolm.
Hello, Mr. Malik.
Oh, he doesn't sound well. Not the bonny bouncy ball of fun we know as Malcolm. Temperature seems fine. How do you feel, Malcolm?
Poorly.
Well, it's got me baffled. What are his stools like?
Oh, don't ask. It's a sore point. He forgot to look. Mind you, to be fair to him, when you don't feel well, it's the last thing you want to be looking at, isn't it?
I can understand that, Mrs. Merton, but sometimes it's better to make the effort.
Oh, did you hear about Betty Spooner? Dead in front of a 1-bar fire.
Oh, my goodness. They're dropping like flies. Old Mr. Bagshaw popped his clogs on Tuesday.
Oh, Mr. Bagshaw.
Watching Countdown, and his heart stopped beating. The last thing he must have seen was Richard Whiteley.
Oh, what a lovely way to go. And what a tribute to Richard. Oh, how old was he?
78.
Oh, his whole life ahead of him. What a senseless waste of human life.
Oh, yes.
Will you be stopping for a cup of tea, Mr. Malik?
No, thanks. I have to get back.
So, what's your professional opinion?
Well, you see, it's very tricky. It always is when someone is poorly. Having examined the patient thoroughly, I would say best to call a doctor.
Yes.
Because, you see, they are, what's the word? Qualified. Especially in light of the recent deaths of Mr. Bagshaw and Mrs. Spooner.
Oh, sound advice, Mr. Malik, as usual.
Whilst I'm here, would you like me to pop up and see Mr. Merton?
Oh, no, it's not worth the wear and tear on your shoes. Anyway, Arthur's up there rubbing something into his lesion. Do you know, he's great, old Arthur. There's not a crevice he won't rub something into. I'd do it myself, only it turns my stomach.
Well, I'll press on regardless. I don't like to leave my assistant Judith Potts on her own too long. She gets very embarrassed serving the more intimate items.
Oh, you're a very sensitive man, Mr. Malik. Malcolm, say thank you to Mr. Malik for diagnosing you.
Thank you, Mr. Malik.
Come on, I'll see you out. Now, I know what'll cheer you up. I'll put your Lion King video on for you. No? Pocahontas. Oh. What about your self-assertion video?
No, I'm not in the mood.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Oh, Arthur. So, how was Mr. Merton?
Well, he didn't like that lesion being squeezed.
Oh, you're not supposed to squeeze it, Arthur.
I know that now, don't I?
Topping up your tea, Arthur. Lovely.
Grand. I was telling Mr. Merton about Peggy Gosworth. Her son Gordon's got a new TV. It's got CFAX.
CFAX.
You press a couple of buttons and a whole load of writing comes up on the TV.
Oh.
Wouldn't suit me. I couldn't last out a full hour of writing.
No.
I like something with a bit more plot to it, like a good Ruth Rendell.
I tend to agree with you, Arthur. Mind you, between me and you, the nearer we're getting to that millennium, the more racy them Ruth Rendell mysteries are getting.
I think we should be working backwards from that millennium. The world would be a better place.
Couldn't agree more, Arthur. I mean, look what happened in Europe with the Butter Mountain.
Yes, I know. What did happen with that Butter Mountain?
I don't know, Arthur. You'll probably find that on CFAX. Oh, look at my poor Malcolm, lying there, barely able to breathe for himself. Worried sick about him still, Arthur. This illness has even baffled Mr. Malik. Oh, guess who's popped the clogs now? Guess?
Who?
Mr. Bagshaw.
Mr. Bagshaw? Oh, I don't know, eh? I'll pop upstairs for 5 minutes and another one's kicked the bucket. That's 2 of them. There'll be another one snuffing it soon. They always come in threes.
Oh, don't say that, Arthur. Oh, I don't know what I'd do without my Malcolm.
Well, it might not be Malcolm. It could be Mr. Merton.
Oh, yes. Oh, thank you, Arthur.
Shall go over it again. Who's Ted?
Bye-bye, Arthur.
Annabelle well, Mummy. Annabelle well.
Mummy's little soldier. Hello, Mr. Perkins. Hello, it's Malcolm Merton's mother here, Mrs. Merton. Well, as you probably know, Malcolm's not in work today. Oh, didn't you notice? No, he's here. Oh, he's ever so poorly. I'm so worried about him, and you know what he's like. He won't let me get the doctor. Oh, incidentally, I must thank you for being so kind to my Malcolm. Yes, he does appreciate those arrowroots.
Assert yourself.
Poor Malcolm. How was he yesterday? Really? He was okay till what?
I'm in control.
I'm in control.
I'm true to myself.
Repeat it, Malcolm.
I'm true to myself.
I don't know whether you're interested, Malcolm. You might be too poorly. But I was talking to Geoffrey Perkins, your boss, and he said there was a special delivery planned for today at the pet shop. Something coincidentally that you're frightened of. Oh, yes. Something long and scaly. Ring any bells, Malcolm? A snake. Oh, yes, Malcolm Merton. You've been rumbled. You're not poorly at all. You've been pushing it on to avoid facing that snake, haven't you?
Yes, Mum.
Oh, how could you? I've been hoodwinked by my first and only born. Why did you do it, son?
I was too afraid, Mum. Them snakes can kill you with one squeeze.
Oh, Malcolm, I could squeeze you to death myself. Oh, I rolled the day I bought you that look and learn. Sometimes you're better off in the dark where deadly reptiles are concerned.
I know.
You know, Malcolm, in this life you have to tell the truth. What have I always taught you?
Never tell a fib or a fib will tell on you.
Honesty is always the best policy.
What did you say to Mr. Perkins?
Oh, I told him it was a virus and you won't be in all week. Big company for me.
I'm sorry, Mum.
Are you hungry?
Starving.
I'll bet you are, Tricky Dicky. Oh, Malcolm, you really are such a complex character. Just me to give birth to such a wild card.
And it's massive, Mum. Well, people aren't allowed to talk to each other. And they're not allowed to be friendly. Not even to the milkman or the postman. They've all got to go around with miserable faces all day.
And where's this, Malcolm?
London.
Yes, you're right. We should thank our lucky stars we live and die in Heaton Norris. We are blessed.
If they offered me £1 million in a bag to go there for one day, I wouldn't take it.
And rightly so. Do you know what I heard? In London it's so polluted now, they took to travelling underground.
Blimey, Charlie.
Come and help me dry up, Malcolm. Then we'll have our sponge pudding in front of Ricky Lake.
Tree Mendos.
pattern on. Oh, do you know, I can't stop thinking about Betty Spooner dying in front of a one-bar fire. Oh, the heat in the world won't bring her back now.
Did I ever meet her, ma'am?
Yes, she lived next door to that man with the 3 Jack Russells. Remember, she gave you 50p that time for getting the dog dirt out of a rockery.
Oh, yeah. Hey, it was weird, that. Some of that dog dirt was white.
We don't want to hear about white dog's doings when we're having sponge pudding with Ricky Lake. Thank you, Roger Rude-mouth. Oh, turn that up.
Move with me, chant with me, and if you could, I'll take you home with me. Move with me, chant with me, and if you could, I'll take you home with me.
Hola tu cuerpo, la cría Macarena, con tu cuerpo pa' darle alegría, cosa buena. Hola tu cuerpo, la cría Macarena, Macarena. Hola tu cuerpo, la cría Macarena, con tu cuerpo pa' darle alegría, cosa buena. Hola tu cuerpo, la cría Macarena, Macarena.
Now don't you worry about my boyfriend. The boy, his name is Vittorino. Ha! I don't want him, can't stand him. He was no good, so I.
Malcolm.
I don't trust him with a grey hair. I think he might be a murderer, man.
He's the detective, you clown. Do you remember he used to be in the Sweeney?
Do-do-do, do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do, do-do-do, 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 do-do-do. What was his sidekick called in Sweeney, ma'am?
Well, it was him, wasn't it? The minder.
Oh, yeah. I could be so good for you. Love you like you want me to. Do anything for you. I'll be so good for you. If you want to,
Malcolm? Are we watching this or are you acting the giddy goat? Because if you want to act the giddy goat, you can act the giddy goat in the hall. You're not acting the giddy goat in here.
Lewis, don't make the problem worse by guessing.
Malcolm, what have I told you about putting chocolates near your crotch? He's in no rush to find the murderer, is he? Do you know, the whole of Oxford could be murdered, and all he'd do is pop another CD on.
I like his assistant.
Him? He's thick as 2 sharp planks, him. Ooh, but he's got such a miserable face. He cheered up a bit when he went in peak practice. Then he went all miserable again in the broker's man.
Is Morse married, ma'am?
No, he hasn't open house chance. He's more miserable than the other fella.
Most detectives aren't married, are they?
No. I tell you who is married. Mary Beth and Cagney and Lacey. Oh, do you remember that episode when she couldn't decide whether to go to a stakeout for a drugs heist or to a son's school concert? Oh, what a dilemma.
Can I be a detective, ma'am?
No. Oh, the ads. Well, I'll make the Harleys.
In a laboratory experiment, our experts treated Susan with our new formula and a rival brand. The results speak for themselves.
Ma'am, can I wash half my head with a dandruff shampoo?
Oh, what a day we've had. We really have been to hell and back.
Sorry I pretended to be poorly today, ma'am. Will we have to tell Mr. Malik?
Oh, there's no need to tell Mr. Malik. He might not be as keen to come round next time. We'll tell no one. Luckily, old Arthur would have forgotten the whole incident by now anyway. You all right now, son?
I think so.
Night-night. Sleep tight. Don't
let the bedbugs bite. Oh, the snakes.
Oh, you and your reptilophobia. I'll leave the lantern lights on for you. I'm sorry about Arthur squeezing your lesion. I don't think he's encountered lesions that size since the early 50s. Oh, what a to-do today's been. Poor Malcolm. He's worried stiff about having nightmares about that snake. I think he'll be all right now, though. Good night, Mr. Merton. Good night, Malcolm.
Night, Mum. Night, Dad.